Hi everyone, welcome back to Microbiogenics. So we were discussing about the consequences of type 2 hypersensitive reaction, and today I am going to discuss about a disease that is caused by type 2 hypersensitive reaction. The name of the disease is erythroblastosis fetalis, and this disease affects newborn babies. So for this reason, this disease is also called by the name hemolytic disease of the newborn. So let's look how type 2 hypersensitive reaction arises the disease. In erythroblastosis fetalis, what happens? The fetal blood contains a factor that is not present in the mother's blood. And that is why the mother's blood or the mother's immune system recognizes the fetal antigen as a foreign particle and raises antibody against it, raises immune response against it. And in course of this immune response, the fetal body cells are affected, they are lysed because they are recognized as foreign by the mother's immune system. So this is the concept behind this disease. What happens? A fetus is growing inside the mother. So this fetus contains an antigen that is absent in the mother's body. And the mother's body recognizes that antigen as a foreign particle and raises immune response against that antigen. And as a consequence, what happens? The mother's immune system ultimately kills the antigen, kills the cell that is carrying the antigen, and that gives rise to hemolysis. And for this reason, the name of the disease is hemolytic disease of newborn. In erythroblastosis fetalis, what happens is that mother who is carrying a child is Rh negative and the fetus is Rh positive. And the most essential thing is that this fetus is her first child. The mother is pregnant for the first time and the fetus is Rh positive, mother is Rh negative. So what will happen? The fetus is growing inside the placenta and it is completely safe. Fetus is within the placenta and the fetus is growing. Nutrient exchange occurs via the umbilical cord and everything is fine. But sometimes what happens? Fetal blood sometimes leaks into the mother's circulation. Some fetal blood cells sometimes may enter the mother's blood circulation. So in that case, what happens? Once the fetal blood enters the mother's circulation, what happens? The mother's immune system recognizes the fetal blood as a foreign particle, because the fetal blood contains Rh factor on its RBC. And that is why the immune system of mother recognizes the fetal red blood cells as foreign particle and raises immune response against the fetal RBCs. So immune response will be generated. And the end product of this immune response is antibody formation. End product of this immune response is Rh antigen specific antibody generation. So anti-Rh antibodies will be generated in the mother's blood. What will happen? Anti-Rh antibodies will be generated. Anti-Rh antibodies will be generated. And the class of the antibody that is generated upon the first exposure of the antigen is IgM class. So IgM class of antibodies will be generated. As IgM class of antibody is generated, this antibody cannot enter the fetal blood circulation through the umbilical cord because IgM cannot cross the placental barrier. Only IgG class of antibody can cross the placental barrier. This IgM cannot cause any harm to the fetus because the fetus is growing inside the placenta and the placental barrier does not allow IgM class of antibodies to cross. So the fetus is completely safe. Now the fetus, at the time of delivery, what happens? During the surgical procedure, large amount of fetal blood enters the mother's circulation. As a result, huge amount of immune response will be generated inside the mother, huge amount of antibodies will be generated inside the mother, and memory cells will also be generated. But in the delivery procedure, the fetus is taken out, the child is now born, there is no problem. The first child is born completely safe, there is no problem. But the memory cells and the antibodies is present inside the mother's blood. Anti-Rh antibody is present inside the mother's body, and also memory cells are present inside the mother's body. The antibodies will degrade after some days, but the memory cells that have been generated inside the mother's body, these memory cells create a problem for subsequent pregnancies. Memory B cells or memory T cells, all these memory cells are very much crucial for any subsequent pregnancies, because these memory cells can differentiate in response to antigen into antigen specific antibodies, and these antibodies can cause threat to the fetus for any subsequent pregnancies. Now the mother is pregnant with her second child. This fetus is the second fetus. This second fetus is also Rh positive and the mother is Rh negative. So same case will happen. What will happen? When the fetus is growing, some very minute amount of blood will leak inside the mother's circulation, very less. Very less amount of blood may leak sometimes and enter the mother's circulation. But what is the difference in this case? In this case, the mother's blood contains memory cells. So even if very less amount of RBC, fetal RBC enters the mother's circulation, the mother's immune response, the mother's immune system will recognize this minute amount of RBC as foreign particle, and the memory cells will recognize even this minute amount of RBC of the fetus, and readily they will differentiate into plasma cells and will secrete antibodies. Antibodies will be secreted, but the difference is that in this case the antibody is of IgG class. So IgG class of antibodies will be generated. And remember, I said that this IgG class of antibody can cross the placenta. So this IgG class of antibody will easily cross the placental barrier and will enter the fetus blood circulation and will destroy all the fetal RBCs. So when the child is born, the child will be born with erythroblastosis fetalis. That means the RBCs of the fetus will be lysed because of the immune response of the mother. So this is the reason behind the erythroblastosis fetalis.